in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco.
Well, he ain't mad at Gutter. He's mad at his team.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And
yep, that's it. I was just asking, did you advance the week? That's all I asked. That's all I worry about. I'm worried about my rushing title. I mean, my receiving title. That's what I'm talking about. We shutting Shaquan down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this one to use check.
Give me that. Marcus Trufant got him another one.
First play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, Wavy, I need you to handle your business, but don't do too good on defense, but do just enough.
2nd and 6.
Don't worry about it.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness.
25th catch from a tight end, I can do that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check three.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Eckler. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All right, Rich Dog, I'm going to ask you one question.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah? Can you hear me?
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taking.
Did you just invite me to the game in another league?
Down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Is it yes or no? Did you or did you not?
Running on first down, Eckler.
What did I say for it? What did I say?
Inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Okay, don't worry, you duck and count. See, for now you finna get cussed out. I'm not finna respond to this, man. I'm finna focus on beating the Giants and getting my receiver title.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh, they running. Oh, they running. That's what I'm talking about. I'll take that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
40, once again, I appreciate you. Wavy, I appreciate you too.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time.
Because I remember we played the New York Giants and we was having a hard time.
As they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Don't worry.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Don't worry. I'm going to put 50 on your head. You ducking the kid. Couldn't be me. Okay.
He was looking for Paul Richardson there. 3rd down here.
Well, nearly no interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10.
Okay, so is he still on the line?
They go play action with
oh, he put it in the group message. Oh, okay.
That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll try the right side with Eckler, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Oh, Mr. Gentleman.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
So wait, he says you have to go for it?
This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
A give, Eckler running to the right. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wilson. High throw, but the catch is made. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Wilson on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit.
Ooh, give me that.
That's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Who the hell is 4?
Now Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively
God.
because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple
What?
tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The rushing numbers
I'm done messaging you. You're making my head
in
hurt.
his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Check 24, check 24. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Leo. Bang, bang. Go.
On 2nd down, Jefferson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Luke, give me that one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I send it. What you about to say about Gutter? Yeah, I already sent it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football?
I like playing the Giants.
Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
I wish he would have went to the Giants.
Sometimes, and when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here is Eckler. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 9, check 9. Good pick.
See, if you would have been trading with the Cowboys, you would have been had your running back.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
You got to wait for the next week. No. Another pick. Go too fun. Ah!
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
Marcus True Front, 5 interceptions for the season.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team said,
we only got so many picks.
And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
He said, oh.
Going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Oh.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
Peel him over cap back. Come on. I pushed the button over my pick.
Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Eckler on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's no good. Well, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Damn. Okay, so Gutter got to no. So the games we're listening is is Wavy playing? Is Wavy playing now?
With some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, that man even say he was live or nothing. Who way? Oh, don't tell me. God damn it, Josh.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Five. Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Alert.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll find Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Push him back. Got it. Check 50. Hey, 0. Run left.
Mike 54.
Still got 4 down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw on third down. Wilson looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch out. Look. Squeeze. Stay ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage.
Okay, so on the game tonight.
The second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the give, this is Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's Eckler again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? What we got? What we got? Check, check. Fresno. 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 Hey, hey. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Let's make these babies cry.
To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And he gets off a high spiraling kick. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves.
Did y'all get in contact with Dito?
They have up their sleeve. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Did anybody get in contact with him? You got to play mine at work, huh? He ain't with the game anymore. Okay. Oh, that's no dude.
To throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis.
So mine, then the Dolphins have to play the Saints, and then I got to reach till week 7. Dolphins play the Saints next week. That's the only game next week.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I kind of told him that. So, D-Tone's game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
So D-Tone's game, and then
That's complete. And
Dolphins,
he'll be
and
taken
then
down at the 44-yard
right,
line.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a
Oh,
first
don't forget
down.
to do Amari Cooper's. Please don't forget that. I worked hard for that.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go.
They'll look to throw.
I don't even remember. Break tackle. Yeah, break tackle.
That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone
And
defense, you
then
know
we're
you got
advancing the week tomorrow, so I'm gonna need somebody to do my upgrade on Jalen. He's gonna get it again.
about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's get it. Where's the team? Mike 5-4.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throwing is Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, dude.
Deuce. Pick the edge. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Austin Eckler, 51 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now a give, right side. Jefferson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 25 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Niners on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Wilson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Booker T.
Mike 54. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Here's Wilson. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
20.
On first down, Jefferson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And part he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They started on the ground with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide marks.